welcome to Politics Watch. This is Sir B. Now, today I'm going to be talking about Mobay. A long time I didn't really cover St. James or any of the volatile communities in St. James in any real, deep dive. That's because the place get kind of quiet. Now, we have to add an asterisk. That's quiet by Mobay standard. We're not talking about Portland quiet or traditional St. Mary quiet. We're talking about St. James, and in particular Mobay quiet, which means it's not as bad as it can be. So what's going on? Well, you may remember the police commissioner come out and say by June they're going to quell enough of the war will go on in St. James and Westmoreland. Now, St. James, it actually kind of calmed down. Again, you have to put another asterisk beside it because it's not like, say, the people them involved are arrested and convicted and then them let them sell and then can't sell out no more hits. But in terms of things slowing down, it actually happened after June. Early on in the year, St. James was having a over 50% increase in murders when compared to the same period last year. Right now it's down to 26, so this is not my opinion. There has been a reduction in murders in Mobay in particular. So what go on? Did somebody sprinkle some peace dust? Did 87s finally decide to go take a break? Maybe go up and leave? I wonder if 87s go up and leave. Like how teachers and nurses, police go up and leave. Sometimes I wonder if 87s take paternity leave. And them handing them papers to the gang like, yo, I take a 2 weeks off from the killing now. I doubt it. When they meet out of shooting, then probably on the way to Jubilee if you go look with the pitney, day born, and then get a call say, ops are run, and them turn back and go shoot man. That's how much them love badness. But I'm going to tell you now why there's a drop in murders in certain parts of St. James. In particular Mobay, Salt Spring and them places. So people said 3 the hard way. Well, now it's 3 the acidic way. 3 of the major youngs them, especially the one them that are known, the frequent Salt Spring, the major players them are no longer walking on the streets. For unknown, your favorite producer, the Snake, Fatted, they're behind bars. Now of course as I know, that don't really mean nothing in the long run because the man they get locked up, you say, oh don't worry man, case look good. The next thing you know, case dash out and man walk free. So if you're a betting man, I would advise you put no money on Fatted and the Snake being convicted. If you look at the same number say, man Clansman trial, a walk off and a beat case so easy, people with the Snake money and links can probably walk off and beat the case even easier. So, I could see how that one turn out, but for now, the Snake is behind bars. Bad breed, you already know about Ramos and them and there. Well, they're fine. Bob, them you there, they're fine. How about G-City, Boss said and them you there? Fine too. You know the Teletubby take away himself long time. But he's now joined by Fredman and J-Man. So, when you see say, the major players them left the country or they're behind bars. And just from that, Salt Spring and its environs get quieter. Matter of fact, speaking about people that behind bars as an out hit, your favorite artists still continue the foolishness. But that's for another day. So now that Tubby, Ramos, and them that are fine, I swear say, them just, start a new life, turn a new page. If you think I saw it work, link me with the 3-for-1 unicorn deal. This is about culture and mindset. 2 things you don't care about your geography. You don't care about your income. Teletubby and Ramos, they're fighting a war. Man are actively plan ops on each other. Man are make off by each other. 87 are send man to go kill man. Man are escape narrowly. The same thing with them that go on with a Jamaica. The same thing with them that go on with a Mobay. Things are now so bad between Ramos and Tubby and the people them who them par with and them back and forth foolishness, that's Uncle Sam is now involved. So now Irie man is stuck between a rock and a hard place because in the short term, it benefits Jamaica's murder situation when Media left the country in the short term, because there's an initial dip when them left. But when them reach a foreigner and settle in, start take out them various schemes and make them fast money, you know what come next? Them start buy up gun, send go back a yard, them start order hits from foreign, right, and then the place get turned up again. So now you have a whole different set of rifle and gun at Jamaica, you know, some youths and then no one realize it's a flare up because the man them abroad start to sponsor the man them a yard. So as he said, there is no substitution, right, for police work. There's no substitution for actually getting arrest and conviction, and when they're behind bars, preventing them from ordering hits on the streets. And if you want a good example of what happens when somebody just permanently stuck in an Uncle Sam place and decides say them are going to send back beer money, right, and arms up man to fight war, just look no further than Bird Brain and Jamaican Nation. The same man them take of themselves are obsessed with death and destruction. And if them can't do it themselves, they will sponsor others. Of course, there are exceptions, the man got foreign and then them never ever take up a gun again. But we are talking about well-known violence producers. We are talking about people who take huge pride, right, in having quote-unquote talk in the community and run them place and run them turf, and people don't give up that so easy. I'm to show you how the youth them addicted to their acidic lifestyle. Even when them are foreign and them not in yard and them not nobody for war, them have to jump on Instagram, show you them gun them, show you this and show you that. This is culture, this is mindset. People that say, the man have so much money, man I pull up in all kind of car and then I shoot over. Me think say, cause the man them rich. When you not get over this money thing? If you're a pedo and you get rich, you are a rich pedo. If you're criminally minded and you get rich, you're just a rich man with a criminal mind. Money is just like water. It all depends on the application. Water can save your life and water can drown you. That's money, you know. By itself, it is neither good nor evil. And as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing more destructive than an LEQ with money. And in case you're wondering, how comes all this are going on Uncle Sam place? Well, there are certain parts of America where, to be honest, they're not much different from Irie man. You see, you know it got really from state to state, but even within some states, city to city, it's like worlds apart. And you have some cities, or some part of some cities, where ideal for your Irie man 87. Perfect for them. It almost feel like home. All the difference is, Uncle Sam police have a style where them will make you keep up your foolishness and go on the thing, and the next thing you know, one swoop and everybody get caught in the net. But the thing is, Uncle Sam has a real interest in keeping Jamaican 87s behind bars and American soil. So even when they catch the man upon a certain charge, the first thing come to mind is sending back a Irie man. It's just a shame that Jamaica and Jamaicans, especially the one them where live a foreign, law-abiding people who are trying to work, make a living for themselves, make an honest living, have to suffer the PR damage that is being caused by people like the Teletubby and Bad Breed and your acidic Jamaicans them with that foreign. Like about the foolishness. Because when time them go on with them things, when time them shoot after each other and people say, who that? And them say, oh, it's them Jamaicans again. You see, one of the mind games people try to use to manipulate you into silence, right, on serious issues, is them say things like, stop talking about this because it hurt Jamaica image. You know who actually hurt Jamaica image? Your favorite criminal Jamaicans, gang members who are foreign having shootouts. Stop talking about the crime, man, because that might hurt Jamaica. No, Mr. Politician, you hurt Jamaica. Big political scandal, much money missing, this can't find, Politician, I work with gunman, broke into the news, drop on WikiLeaks, that hurt Jamaica. Them little reverse psychology can't work, well at least not for me. But I'm gonna play Pitney games with Pitney. When I was a child, I think and act like a child. Now I'm a man, put away childish things. Mr. and Mrs. Bigwigs doing a job. Stop try manipulate the Jamaican people to ease the pressure upon them. Doing a job and stop try shaming the Jamaican public into accepting your failures. Don't come on the TV and the radio, come talk about, well we keep on talking about this, we don't stop talking about it. Until we get the issue fixed, because that's what we elected for. So just keep an eye on Uncle Sam place, keep an eye on the Teletubby and Ramos thing. There's no substitute for neutralizing gangs and 87s in one way, shape or form. Left to their own devices, nothing but death and destruction. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know, more life. Vulture squad, stay circling. Bless.